Welcome into New Orlean Saints now. I'm your host, Trace Girouard, and we have some breaking and very unfortunate news. Michael Thomas will be placed on the injured reserve and is not expected to play the rest of this year. This was first reported by Adam Schefter, so we got to give some credit to him. Saints head coach Dennis Allen told reporters today that he does not expect wide receiver Michael Thomas to play again this season. Now, Michael Thomas was hurt after during week 3 against the Carolina Panthers. He had a pretty good slow start to week 1. Really turned it up in the second half of week 1 against the Falcons. It was detrimental and was instrumental in that win. And this is a big loss, guys. This is a really, really big loss. So before we get really into it and get to my reactions and my opinions, I want to get the gauge of the Who Dat Nation. What is your one word reaction to the news? My one-word reaction is unfortunate. It just sucks, man. I can't say it's not shocking. I can't say I'm not surprised, which is unfortunate. I hate to say it. I love MT. I'm a big MT guy. But at the end of the day, the best ability is availability. I'll get into my thoughts a little bit more. But what's your one-word reaction? And guys, while you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. This is crazy. It's unfortunate, but we get the video to you the second that we have the information. The second we got the news, me and my boy producer Sam were in the studio, whipping up the graphics, whipping up the show, getting ready to get you guys the content out. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, or you go to youtube.com/Saints Today. Join the channel. And so Mike Triplett shared some thoughts on here. Dennis Allen stressed that Michael Thomas has been an outstanding teammate and has worked his tail off to try and get back from the toe injury, but it didn't heal the way that everyone was hoping it would. We were hoping that he could play through it with the rest and rehab. Now, unfortunately, this sucks. Michael Thomas, he's a dog. But the reports are saying that Thomas dislocated a second toe. It wasn't a turf toe as a lot of people were expecting it. This is a really unfortunate and a really bad injury. It sounds extremely painful. One thing that is crazy about it, Michael Thomas's injury luck has just been terrible. It's just been absolutely atrocious. Over the last 4 years, Michael Thomas, he got paid the bag. And then 2019 sets the NFL record, 149 catches, 1,725 yards, and 9 touchdowns. 2020, 7 games, 40 catches for 438 yards, no touchdowns. 2021, he missed the entire season. And then this year, 3 games, 16 catches, 171 yards, 3 touchdowns. We'll get into the stats later. But, guys, I post a lot about my opinions. I post a lot about my thoughts. I share a lot of reactions. I post highlights, news, opinions, all of it on my Twitter. So if you guys want to get more updates, if you guys want to get more coverage, hit me on Twitter. My link will be in the comments and in the description. Follow me at TraceGirouard48. All right, so let's take a look at the Saints wide receiver depth chart now that Michael Thomas will be out. So that wide receiver 1 position, rookie Chris Olave. It's time to step up, live up to that first-round pick. You have been doing it all season. Now it's time to make it happen. You are the man. You are the guy. Let's make it frickin' happen. I am so excited to see what Chris Olave is ready to do. I think he has done nothing but great things all season. He bounced back from injury real quickly. He is going to be amazing in this wide receiver 1 role. I'm hoping that we can get some help from Marquez Callaway. Jarvis Landry, a quick little update on him. Dennis Allen said that he got some limited reps today, and it's a part of the process of getting him back out there. This is coming in from Aaron Summers on Twitter. This is just one of those things that Jarvis is hurt. He's banged up, but he's a dog. He is a menace when he has the ball in his hands. Rashid Shaheed, y'all know my thoughts. I got the need for Shaheed. I got the need for speed. Give me Rashid Shaheed. Traquan Smith, keep doing what you're doing, man. He was kind of banged up. He's coming back from injury. The Saints in the wide receiver depth chart is banged up, but it's not terrible. But they're losing a dog in Michael Thomas. This season, like I said earlier, 16 receptions, 171 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 10.7 average. Most of those touchdowns, 2 of those coming from against the Falcons in that week 1 comeback in the fourth quarter. That was just absolutely crazy. And that just shows the effect of what losing Michael Thomas is going to have. He makes plays in big games, and he's a big-time player who makes big-time plays. Some injury history on him, and this is just kind of insane. I had to share this. He's going to have missed 40 games since 2020. After this season, whenever he is slated to miss the rest of the season, he will have missed 40 games by the end of the season since 2020. The deal that he has, his contract currently has a dead money of $38.5 million with $22.5 million in 2023. So this is just a lot of money for a guy who's not playing, and it just sucks, and I hate it. And I love Michael Thomas, but man, this just It's brutal. It's brutal as a Saints fan. It's brutal as a member of the Who Dat Nation. It's brutal as somebody who has been rooting on Michael Thomas, has been giving him the benefit of the doubt, who's been trying to go to bat for him. But it's hard to not say, what are you supposed to do here, guys? What's the plan? I mean, the best ability is availability. I love Michael Thomas. I don't think you trade him away because it's a big hit, but that's a lot of money. But, guys, this isn't about the money. This isn't about trading him away. This is all about getting some love and support to Michael Thomas. So I want you guys to get in the comments, type 13 to wish Michael Thomas well, wish him a good recovery, wish him an effective recovery. So hopefully we can get a full season with him playing next year, because I bet the Saints would be doing a hell of a lot better this season if they had Michael Thomas. And if you guys want to take a bet on the Saints, you guys can go check out BetUS. It's our proud sportsbook partner here at Chat Sports. You can check them out at chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code CHAT125. You can get a $125 deposit bonus, which means you put $100 in, you get $125 back. You have $225 of lettuce to lay down. And I'm going to be betting on this Saints-Ravens game. I don't know about you guys. You lose Michael Thomas, but you expected that. The Ravens are down to one of their top wide receivers. So I don't know. 2.5. You beat the books real quick if you get this in. I think you guys can lock this in. I think the Saints might be able to win it at Monday Night Football. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a watch party. Be sure to tune in for that. But you can bet on it at chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code CHAT125. Check it out right now. So now I want to get into my next part of this. Should the Saints look to add a wide receiver to help out the offense, help out either Jameis Winston or Andy Dalton, or if even it's Taysom Hill taking or throwing passes? First guy you got to mention, OBJ. We've talked about him to great length, at great extent. He's the kid at LSU. He's a dog. He's a deep threat. Now that there's no absolute, wide receiver one, Chris Olave, obviously he can live up to that. But you bring him in to help out the rookie, take some pressure off him, take some reps off of him. I think you do. I think it works out, and I think that it would be an absolute steal to get him. You can probably get him at maybe a little bit of a hometown discount now that he has that Super Bowl ring. I'd love to get OBJ. I think it would be a lot of fun, and why not get OBJ and Jarvis back on the same team? I mean, who wouldn't want to see that? Come on, guys. It would be great. All right, next one, Isaiah Ford. This guy's not bad. He's a young kid. He's a young, talented wide receiver. He put up some good numbers last season. He was able to do a pretty good amount with with his limited reps. I'm looking forward to seeing what he may be able to do. He had a lot of potential. I want to see what he can do. He's currently a free agent, played last with the Dolphins. I want to see what he could do. Maybe he could help out. He's young. You could probably sign him for cheap. I don't know if he would be he's obviously not going to be an absolute replacement, but you'd get you some help on the wide receiver depth chart. And lastly, not least, T.Y. Hilton, he's my last guy. I think he can do a lot to really help out the offense. In 2021, he had 23 receptions, 331 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an average of 14.5, or just under 14.5, which is pretty solid. I mean, that's a deep threat. He gets a lot of yards. He gets a lot of points. He does a lot for an offense. He can really help help move the ball downfield, and help extend the offense, extend drives well beyond the medium range, but also in the deep threat. But guys, I want to get your gaze. You have to pick one. Pick a wide receiver to sign. If you had to. You don't have to right now, obviously. But if you did, let me know. OBJ for Odell Beckham Jr., IF for Isaiah Ford, or TH for T.Y. Hilton. And what's a video without some real one shout-outs? Because yesterday, I asked for anybody who stuck around to the end of yesterday's video. It was like an 18.5-minute video. So shout out to all of you guys who stuck around and watched the whole video. You're all subscribers. Benico Canada, Gary V, I always see you down there, my guy. Dylan Godfrey, I've been catching you in the comments a lot, dude. Go Tigers. You've been there, done that. We'd love to see you in the shout-outs again, my friend. And Trav504, I've seen you. You're a real one. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to subscribe. Join us for our watch party on Monday Night Football. Who Dat Nation, y'all stay golden.